So I recently saw The Disaster Artist, and I thought it was... So the movie stars... okay, we're doing this shit again? Alright, let me just say, this shit wasn't funny in the Thor Ragnarok review, it's not funny in this video, it's not gonna be funny in any other video, it's never gonna be funny, not in a million years.
But after that?
Fucking... whatever. So, the movie stars the Franco brothers, Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, Josh Hutcherson, Alison Brie, along with a shit ton of other celebrities. Most of them are just cameos. So, ultimately, this movie is about Greg Sestero, who is an actor who can't really act all that well, who comes across the fearless yet enigmatic Tommy Wiseau, who quickly becomes friends with him, and they move to Los Angeles to try and break into the film industry. After multiple attempts at breaking into the industry and failing,
To be or not to be?
they decide to make their own movie, and, well, shit just goes downhill. Like, really downhill. As in, like...
Hi, babe.
That kind of downhill. This is the type of... Yeah, it's going there. So as for what I thought of the movie, it was good. Not movie of the year though.
I disagree.
I don't know, maybe. So I just want to say that being a biopic, the acting has to be good. This is portraying a real life event, something that actually happened in human history, whether we like it or not. Thankfully, the acting in this movie is actually really good, especially the two lead characters, Greg Sestero and Tommy Wiseau, played by Dave and James Franco respectively. James Franco especially. He's one of those characters who, at first you don't exactly buy his character, but you believe it more and more, like, the more you see him. Which is good, because he is, in this movie, a great deal. He is a main character after all. But ultimately, this movie is more about the friendship between Sestero and Wiseau, which you buy. It's a strange friendship, but at the same time, it's not all that unfamiliar. You watch these two people, and you think, yeah, they're different, but they have something. Like, there is some kind of spark between the two, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, so Tommy Wiseau in this film, I'm not sure if... How do I put this? In a way, they portray him kind of dumb. Obviously, you know, he doesn't speak English the best. He doesn't really understand sarcasm all that much. Either that, or he's a massive smart-ass. Tommy Wiseau, I find to be the most sympathetic character in this movie. Basically, he treats, you know, the cast and crew like crap, but under the impression that it's true Hollywood. You know, Kubrick was a dickhead, you know, Hitchcock was a dickhead, but they were successful. And that was the mentality he wanted to go with. He didn't want to be nice, he wanted to be successful, because he thinks, you know, that is what Hollywood is really like. And he's not so much an asshole, more, he's just misunderstood and foreign. But this movie also raises a lot of interesting questions, especially towards the third act, or more the end of the second act, where Tommy writes a new scene. He essentially tries to guilt trip Sestero and basically basing an entire scene of a fictional film on real life events that are happening between the two. So Sestero just starts asking him, you know, where'd you get the money? Where are you from? And I sit there with my friend, and I'm just thinking, holy shit, we actually don't know where he's from. Like, I don't think even on IMDb they show where he's from. Oh, actually, I'm gonna Google this right now. Okay, no, it's actually confirmed. He's from Poland. He's Polish. I swore he was French. Whatever. There's also this theme throughout the movie, this theme of villainy. Like, when he first auditions in front of this acting teacher, you know, he does his thing, and then the teacher says that, oh, I see you as a villain, as like a Frankenstein's monster or Dracula-looking dude. There's also seems to be this, like, underlying theme of vampires, which I'll get to in a moment. There's this theme of villainy throughout the movie, like, you know, he could portray the villain, and everyone he sees who laughs at him, in his eyes, they are the villain. He's not an asshole, he's just misunderstood. And foreign. So from what I've heard, they actually changed how the story ends, as I heard from the review of Your Movie Sucks, which I kind of regret watching before watching this film. But apparently, they changed the ending in which Tommy accepts the so bad that it's good nature within the first viewing of the film rather than after several viewings. Like, looking back, I feel like they could have very easily have implemented that into the film, but I mean, if it was to save time, I mean, I guess, you know, it was alright. It didn't take away too much from the film, but I mean, you'd want the movie to be as accurate as possible, being an adaptation of real events, of something that happened. So yeah, there's nothing much else to talk about. You know, the cinematography is like, I mean, you know, you see San Francisco and Los Angeles, and obviously it's beautiful, but they don't really do much. It's still a good movie though, and you know, it's still funny and in a way kind of relatable. This is definitely something you'd want to see if you are a fan of film and if you're aspiring to be a filmmaker, such as myself. So obviously this movie is not perfect, but nevertheless, I like this movie enough to say that I'm giving The Disaster Artist 2 thumbs up. So, like I said before, there's this underlying theme of vampires. They said he looks like a vampire, and it's gotten to a point where when Tommy Wiseau is writing the script, you hear it in the trailer, he said, maybe Johnny is also a vampire. We'll see. I wanted to see a scene where he tries to implement that into the actual movie. I'm not sure if it happened, it probably didn't, but, you know, just a scene where he's like, I want Johnny to be vampire, and then be like, oh, we don't have the budget. So they just decide to have him kill himself at the end. But hey, it was a good movie. Also, I think it's fair to say that I'm certainly not the only one who wants to see a full shot-for-shot remake of this movie. So, what did you guys think of The Disaster Artist? And I also have another question for you guys, and that is, what kind of biopic would you like to see, like based on a movie, a celebrity, a musician, a band, maybe even a video game or something? Let me know down below. Me personally, I would love to see a biopic on the history of Led Zeppelin, because from what I've heard, they've had a history of stealing music, but I mean, you know, I'm not complaining, they improved it. So yeah, thanks for watching this review, and like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.